Dear friends of the heart, welcome to healing session number 244. Apologies for the delay. The little one has been rather challenging today. She isn't normally like this, but it is that age. She's 2.5 years old, and as you can imagine, sometimes she has those tantrums, and it has been rather difficult both for the mom and the dad. So apologies for the delay, and we'll probably be keeping it as a short session today due to the little one being a little challenging today. So greetings of peace to you all. Tazeen and Islam. Hope you're doing well with your family. Do say hello when you can. It's always a good way to know that you are engaged and watching, rather than just popping in and out and seeing what's going on. And Facebook makes this out of us, really. It just takes this curiosity within us to a extreme level somewhat. And so reminding ourselves that this is all about practice rather than simple watching. So just a reminder for all of us, whenever we find ourselves in a session, please do pop in, write a comment, just say salam or greetings of peace or something like that. So that way we know that you're there watching and feeling present in the session. Dear brother Fuad Ali, nice to see you. Greetings of peace. We hope you're doing well with your lovely family, and the little ones are growing up fast, we are sure. And always a pleasure to have you here with us. So we'll get started, God willing, and we'll keep it a short session as explained earlier. So if you can kindly confirm the quality of the sound. Wa alaikum salam bhai, greetings of peace to you and your family. And so if you can kindly confirm the quality of the sound before we can get started. Seems okay from our end. Hopefully it is also okay from your perspective. So let's begin in the name of God Almighty, as always, by placing the palm of our right hand upon our chest near our heart, raising the level of our eyes above the level of the horizon and keeping them steady there as we allow the eyelids to gently slide down, like so. So this is how we begin with phase 1, which is all about cleansing breathing. Deep and gentle and slow breathing in, and deep and gentle and slow breathing out. Breathing in again, into our heart through our nostrils, and then breathing out from our heart, either through our nostrils or through our mouth, whichever one is more convenient. We're breathing our way into our heart, our sacred space, our place of sensation. So as we continue breathing in and out in this manner, we are achieving the following fantastic benefits, beginning with the shifting of our focus from our head to our heart, and also as we go deeper and deeper with each breath in and out, we are now enabling ourselves to be present here in the moment right now, and also increasing our level of alertness of our heart and mind. And also with each breath in, we are invigorating the cells of our body as they are being deeply oxygenated. And with each breath out, we are releasing toxins and tension and stress from our body. And last but not least, as we continue breathing in and out in this manner, we are strengthening the immune system of our body, making our body more alkaline and more resistant to viral attacks and the like. So all of these beautiful benefits are being achieved so quickly and so easily just by practicing this breathing in this particular way. Breathing into our heart through our nostrils, deeply and gently and slowly, and breathing out from our heart, also deeply and gently and slowly. Through our nostrils or through our mouth. Let us breathe in and out one more time, and then we can proceed to phase 2. As we are feeling centered and rooted in our heart now, let us proceed to phase 2, whereupon we would like to initiate and activate a powerful and beautiful set of feelings, a proven set of feelings, feeling each one of them as deeply as we can in our heart, without straining ourselves in any way. This is not a mental exercise. This is a feeling-based activity, a feeling-based practice, whereupon we are allowing the heart to feel whatever comes to our heart in that precise moment, beginning with appreciation, feeling in our heart whatever it is that we are being appreciative of in this precise moment. And now let us feel care, this wonderful sensation of care. And now let us feel gratitude deep in our heart, whatever it is that we are feeling grateful for, or whoever it is that we are feeling grateful for. And now let us feel compassion, this wonderful feeling of compassion in the depth of our heart. And now let us feel this powerful feeling of strength, whatever strength means to us in this precise moment. And finally, wisdom, this wonderful feeling of wisdom. Going through these feelings once more, just to confirm: appreciation, care, gratitude, compassion, strength, and wisdom. With the help of these beautiful and powerful feelings, a proven set of feelings, we have enabled our heart to be raised in its level of vibration, and thereby making it more potent and vibrant and resilient, and increased in its strength and vitality, and also in its healing capacity, as we now proceed to phase 3, whereupon we'd like to give this elevated state of our heart a particular colour. And in this particular session, we'd like to give it the deep healing colour of green, the colour of nature, the colour of balance, the colour of life. As we feel our heart as a ball of green light. This beautiful and soothing ball of green light emerges from our heart and expands into the rest of our body, streaming along the entire body, healing every cell, every part, every organ of our body with its soothing and healing presence. This beautiful ball of green light, as it continues to expand while we remain aware in our heart, this ball of green light expands beyond our body now and into our room, spreading out smoothly and swiftly across, filling up every inch, every corner of our room with its healing presence. As it continues to expand beyond our room now and into the other rooms across our apartment or house, dissolving all forms of negativity and bad energy in the process. As we maintain our awareness, our attentiveness in our heart, this ball of green light, even beyond, going into the rest of our building, from the very top floor of our building all the way down to the very bottom, from the right side of our building all the way to the left, completely encapsulating the entire building with its powerful and soothing and healing presence, negating all forms of negative energy, bad vibes, promoting peace and positivity. As it goes beyond our building now, while we maintain our awareness in our heart. And if we find ourselves drifting apart, drifting away, that's okay. We can always breathe our way back into the moment, back into our heart, breathing in and out once or twice, just so we can return to the moment and return to our heart. As we keep our awareness in our heart, this beautiful and soothing ball of green light continues to expand, going beyond our building now and into our neighborhood, sweeping across the entire area of our neighborhood. Every street, every corner, every building within our neighborhood is now basking in this beautiful ball of green light, as it knows how to expand very well. And this green light is in essence the electromagnetic field of our heart, which is very, very expansive in nature. And so as it continues in its ever-expanding journey, now going beyond our neighborhood and into the other neighborhoods across our city, sweeping across, healing whatever and whoever it touches in the process. As we maintain our presence, our energy, our awareness in our heart, the field, the electromagnetic field of the heart, as it is being represented by this ball of green light, continues to expand beyond our city now and into the other cities and all of the villages and the countryside of our entire country. The country that we are in is now bathing in this healing and soothing and powerful ball of green light, as it now continues to grow in size and volume and radius, and by doing so increasing even more in its healing capacity and in its strength and vitality. As it now goes into the other countries within our continent, sweeping across our continent and beyond, even going across the horizon, far and beyond what our eyes can see, covering the entire surface of the earth, and then going up to the level of the atmosphere of the earth, and there it finds all the other balls of green light that have emanated from the hearts that are present in this live session. And indeed, those of us who are watching this as a replay can also feel this collective presence of hearts, as each of these individual balls of green light are now mingling and merging and mixing with each other, forming one beautiful and gigantic ball of green light that has completely encapsulated the entire earth within it. What started from our heart is now a collective heart space, holding firmly within it the entire earth space. From one home that is our heart to the other home that is our planet Earth. as we are feeling this incredible synchronicity of our hearts and also the harmony that we are experiencing with the planet itself, as we know that the rhythm of the human heart and the rhythm of the planet are very, very similar, if not the same. And so from this blissful moment, in this blissful moment, and from this sacred space, this expanded state of awareness of our hearts, as we are feeling connected at the heart level, we may breathe in and out once or twice, just so we can absorb this moment and take it all in, and really appreciate the fact that we are feeling this expansive state of awareness, whereupon we are truly at one with each other and at one with the planet. And so from this state, we would like to begin our heartful prayer, keeping our awareness in our heart all throughout. And if at any stage any one of us needs to leave the session, we can do so by saying Ameen 3 times in our heart. But of course, we'd like all of us to stay here until the very end. Dear God, our Lord, one and only, most gracious and most merciful, hallowed be thy name. We praise you and glorify you as you ought to be praised and glorified. Indeed, you are mighty beyond measure, magnanimous and majestic beyond measure, Lord of the universe, creator of time and space, fashioner of all forms. Indeed, you are the pre-existing one, the eternal one. The beginning and the end you are, the first and the last, the hidden and the apparent, most powerful, yet most loving and gentle and kind, the source of all peace and security, as you are peace yourself, the source of all light, as you are light yourself, the opener of our hearts, the expander, the enricher of our hearts, and also the purifier, the possessor of our hearts, as indeed you are also the forgiver of our hearts. And so we ask you, dear Lord, as we have gone through the phases of meditation that we have just completed, whereupon we have allowed our hearts to be vibrating at a higher level of vibration, thereby letting go of low-level consciousness feelings such as hatred and resentment and envy and greed and the like. And by doing so we have consciously forgiven those who have hurt us in the past and unknowingly, as we do not want to bear any grudge in our heart, we do not want to hold any resentment in our heart. And so as we have forgiven others, we ask you, please forgive us, infinitely more forgiving than we are. And so we hope and we trust and we rely upon your infinitely forgiving nature to you. Please forgive us. Wash away all of our sins, big and small, known and unknown, hidden and exposed, intentional and unintentional. And we ask you, dear Lord, wash away those of our forefathers as well, those who have returned to you, and also those of our family and friends who are still here living and breathing, all thanks to you, and also our neighbours and colleagues and people we know and people we don't know, as indeed during these unprecedented times that we are passing through, the entire humanity is in deep and lasting and desperate need of some real healing and purification and forgiveness. And so we ask you, please, dear Lord, allow us to be purified by your divine, soothing and powerful light as it shines through in our heart and radiates from our heart onto this plane of existence, thereby also healing and purifying our body and mind and our surroundings, and ultimately the entire planet. And so we ask you, dear Lord, this pandemic, please allow it to become more and more ineffective and harmless with each passing moment, as we are grateful to you that you have allowed certain countries within the world who have successfully contained it and managed it, that other countries may also follow suit and be able to get rid of this virus successfully, please, all by your grace and mercy. And even though so many of these countries have released this lockdown situation, even though they have not been able to completely contain the virus, we ask you, please put your protective blanket all over those countries, especially those populous countries whereupon there are so many of the people prone and exposed to this virus. Please protect them all. Countries such as Bangladesh and India and Pakistan, certain parts of China and Russia and Brazil, the UK, the USA, to name just a few. Please, dear Lord, protect us, save us from this pandemic, and do not let this be an expression of your wrath, dear Lord. We know we have done much to incur your wrath upon us, but still we ask you, we beg you, dear Lord, let your merciful nature prevail over your wrath. And we know that your merciful nature is always overriding your wrath, and so we hope that is the case here as well. And please, dear Lord, the vulnerable people out there living out in the streets with very little food and shelter to speak of, and also people living in refugee camps all across the globe, and people living in war-torn countries, again with such little food and shelter to keep them nourished and safe with. If you do not help them, if you do not support them, who will, dear Lord? Who will? And please, we ask you, all of these vulnerable people, these people who have lost their jobs already because of this economical turmoil, and also people who are suffering physically, allow them all to be healed, and people who are being tested to their limits, we ask you, dear Lord, please do not test them anymore so that they lose their faith and hope and trust in you. Rather, allow them to experience, even in the difficult situations that they're in, some kind of miracle at their very personal level, so that they may witness that indeed you are there looking out for them and looking after them and taking care of them, and you have not forgiven them, nor have you forsaken them in spite of their difficult situations, so that their faith in you may be renewed, so that their hope and trust and love for you may be renewed. Please, dear Lord, so many of us are suffering in so many ways. And today, for the sake of time, we will just say this, that all of the names that we normally mention, those who seek prayer in this collective prayer session, and their respective families, and the people who are present in this live session and their respective families, and the people who watch this as a replay and their respective families, whatever it is that they are seeking from you, dear Lord, be it physical healing, emotional healing, spiritual healing, financial healing, healing of relationships, and indeed any deep desire or need or want, any desperation or indeed any aspiration that they may have, please fulfill them all, take care of them all, in the swiftest of manners, dear Lord. Indeed, you are the swiftest of all. All you have to do is utter that word, that magical word, be, and so it becomes, and so it is. And so we ask you, dear Lord, please manifest and express that word, be, so that all of these healings and these bounties and these needs and wants that we are seeking to be fulfilled from you, by you, allow them to become a reality in our lives. And as you fulfill our needs and wants, and as you heal us, allow us to be grateful more and more in our heart, so that as we receive these blessings and bounties, we become truly thankful in our heart, realizing deep within that all that we have within our lives, we do not deserve any of them. All that we have in our lives is just because of your infinite grace and mercy and benevolence. And so the deeper we go into our heart and feel this, the better off we would be, as we all want to be on this perpetual path of gratitude at our heart level. And we also want to be on this continual path of humility at our heart level. And also we all want to be fortunate enough and blessed enough to be purified by your divine soothing light as often and as frequently as you possibly can, dear Lord. As we want to be from those successful people as you have promised in pretty much all of your holy scriptures, that the truly successful ones are those who purify their hearts and keep their heart purified with your divine grace and mercy, of course. And so we want to be from those who are truly successful in this world and in the hereafter. Please, dear Lord, protect us and save us, and allow us to be healed by your divine presence, by your noble and powerful and gentle presence. And we thank you again and again and again for all that you have given us, and for all that you continue to give us. From the days of our existence in our mother's womb until now, and also in the future, of course, as long as we're alive, we will continue to receive all kinds of merciful blessings from you, and all kinds of endowments and all kinds of grace and benevolence from you, dear Lord, and allow us truly to be grateful in our hearts. And today we'd like to feel this beautiful quality of yours, just for a few moments due to shortage of time, and we would like to call you by this name, this beautiful name of yours, Al-Qawiyy, Al-Qawiyy, Al-Qawiyy. As we open our hearts and make ourselves receptive enough to be able to benefit from this particular healing energy associated with this great name, this wonderful quality of yours. As we call you by this name, Ya Qawiyy, Ya Qawiyy, Ya Qawiyy. Feeling this name and this quality with each breath in and with each breath out, flowing into our heart, expressing itself deep within our bodies. With each breath in, letting it go inside, deep into our belly, and then as we breathe out, letting it release, letting it be released, and exhale it to our surroundings, and therefore pass that healing energy. As we receive, so shall we pass, and so that we can become wonderful healing agents of you. And we know that you are the only healer, the one true healer, and we want to be your healing agents so that we can positively and peacefully and powerfully influence our hearts and our bodies and minds, and thereby our surroundings, because all of us are in such desperate need of peace and positivity. With so much chaos going around, we can do with all kinds of peace and positivity that you can provide, dear Lord. As we call you by this name, Ya Qawiyy, Ya Qawiyy, Ya Qawiyy. O you who are the one who is full of strength, O you who are the powerful one, the mighty one, give us the strength that we need to go through, to pull through this phase that we're all going through, this tumultuous period, these challenging times that we are passing through, dear Lord. Allow us to be strong in our heart as we call you by this name, so that we may imbibe a little bit of this fantastic quality that you have. As we look within our heart, receptively trying to attract this energy of yours, so that it may be present in our heart and present in our body and mind, so that we can imbibe and embody this quality of yours as we attempt to be wonderful representatives of you here on earth. And how else can we be wonderful representatives, wonderful ambassadors of you here on earth, if we cannot imbibe, if we cannot embody each of your qualities? Even if it be a speck from each of your qualities, it would still be worth it, would it not, dear Lord? And so we ask you, give us the strength we need as we call you by this name, Ya Qawiyy, Ya Qawiyy, Ya Qawiyy. Indeed, you are the Almighty, the All-Powerful, the one full of strength. And also give us the strength to be able to contain our anger, because as your beloved prophet, the final one of them, the last one of them, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him and his family, has so eloquently explained to us that it is indeed the sign of a strong man, the sign of strength in a man, the man or the woman who can control his, her or her anger. And we want to be able to be from those people who can restrain themselves when anger tries to overpower us, as we know anger comes from the accursed one, from the devil himself. And so we need to be able to be from those who are calm and composed as much as we possibly can be, especially in these challenging times when so many things are happening around us which are beyond our control, and we need to remain in control of our own mood and be able to restrain our anger. And so we ask you, give us that strength to be in control of our emotions, so that we do not let the anger within us get the better of us. Please, dear Lord. So let us now all feel this name of the Divine in our breath, in our heart, with our breath in and with our breath out, for the next few seconds in silence, just feeling the name resonating within our very beings, within our heart space and beyond. As we say the name in silence for the next few seconds, Ya Qawiyy, Ya Qawiyy, Ya Qawiyy. Ya Qawiyy, Ya Qawiyy, Ya Qawiyy. O you who are the Almighty, O you who are the source of all strength, the one who is full of strength and power, we ask you, dear Lord, give us the strength we need to pull through these times with grace and with honor, with dignity, with patience, with positivity, with gentleness and kindness, especially with those loved ones of ours who are feeling so terribly wrecked, who are feeling so lost and confused and frustrated and deeply anxious due to the situations that they may be in. As we know, some of our friends and family have lost jobs, are physically ill, emotionally feeling insecure because of all that is happening. And we need to have that strength and power in our hearts, and that positivity and that level of wisdom in our hearts, so that we can provide them the kind of solace and consolation and assurance that everything is going to be fine in the end. And so we thank you, dear Lord, for allowing us to be able to feel this beautiful name and quality of yours, this powerful name and quality of yours. And we ask you to keep us on this path, whereupon we're able to at least open our hearts to you, so that you can let your divine light and soothing and powerful presence shine forth and purify our hearts and our minds and bodies as a consequence as well. And we'd like to take this opportunity to send our greetings of peace and blessings upon all of the prophets and messengers that you have sent, dear Lord. From the very first of them, Prophet Muhammad, from the very first of them, Prophet Adam, all the way down to the very last of them, Prophet Muhammad. Countless peace and blessings be upon them all. Countless peace and blessings be upon them all. Countless peace and blessings be upon them all. And also upon the beloved and blessed family of Prophet Muhammad, and also upon the beloved companions of Prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon them as well, and also upon all of the saints and sages that have been here across the ages, as they continue to be here, offering their teachings of divine love, divine light, divine unity, and divine wisdom, which are in essence a continuation of all of the teachings of your beloved prophets and messengers, as we wish to be deeply connected to them all, as they are your lovers, so that as we love them, as you love them, we may be worthy of receiving your love in return, and so that in time we can become your lovers and your devotees and your faithful, loving servants as well, offering ourselves in service to you and in service to your creation, full of love and respect and adoration for you. These are the prayers, these are the cries of our hearts, dear Lord. Please accept them. Indeed, you are the best of listeners. Indeed, you are the answerer of all of our prayers. And so by virtue of these qualities of yours, we ask you, please accept our prayers. Allow us to be healed and purified as often as you possibly can. Heal us and purify us. And we thank you again and again and again for all that you have given us. And thank you again and again for allowing us to congregate here as consistently as we have been able to, with your divine permission, with such wonderful, caring hearts who tune in from different parts of the world whenever they can. Please bless us all, heal us all, purify us all, and bless this group so that we may be able to benefit from this beautiful gathering and allow our friends and family to be invited in, and so that they can also be benefited from it. Thank you again, thank you again, thank you again, dear Lord. And with a deep sense of certainty in our hearts, with a deep sense of relief in our hearts, knowing very well that God Almighty has just listened to the cries of our hearts and has just accepted our prayers. Let us all say with that deep sense of relief 3 times in our heart, Ameen, Ameen, Ameen. And when we are ready, we may open our eyes gently and remove the palm from our chest, but maintain our awareness in our heart and look around with a fresh perspective of the heart, allowing the heart to tell us what it is that we ought to be feeling right now, and allow that feeling to continue for as long as possible. It could be a feeling of peace and positivity. It could be a feeling of being light in terms of weight, almost like a feather. Or it could be this feeling of expansive nature of the heart, feeling this level of connection with all that we have around us. And we thank you for your lovely presence, dear friend from childhood days, Kimya Kumkum. We hope you're doing well with your lovely family. And of course, dear brother Fuad Ali, always a pleasure to have you here, and we hope that you're able to tune in record it whenever you can. If you're not able to make it in time for the live sessions, we understand each of us have got their busy schedules, because almost all of us are no longer in lockdown phase, so we don't have that ample time that we once did a couple of months back. Nonetheless, please do tune in and watch and follow along the recorded sessions whenever you can, as we are going through each of the divine names, hopefully being able to feel and fathom the names and the qualities of the divine in our hearts, so that we can feel and inculcate and embody those qualities in our very lives. Because that's the whole point of these divine qualities, that God has made us his ambassadors here on earth. And what good an ambassador would we be if we do not have these qualities, if we do not have these qualities being possessed, as in if we do not own these qualities to a greater or lesser extent, of course. And so thank you all for being with us, and I have to go back to my little one. She's been having a lot of tantrums lately. So thank you all, and hope to see you very, very soon. God bless you all. God protect you, and love you all. Take care. See you.